For the first time in 65 years, Barcelona did this. The perfect plan by Hansi Flick for the game against Real Sociedad, and why Dani Olmo is Barcelona's main weapon in the fight for the treble. Today we are talking about yet another outstanding match from the team. But before we begin, charge this video with your like if you love me and our videos. Let's collect 1,000 likes, and leave any comment to help this video to go viral. Thank you. Before the match, Hansi Flick praised Real Sociedad. They are a brave team that plays aggressive modern football. It will be a tough test for us. But it was at that moment that a devilish plan formed in the German coach's mind: how to destroy La Real. The genius of it was simple: deceive the opponent and make them believe the game was going according to their script. Flick had an ace up his sleeve, and that ace was Dani Olmo. The coaching staff predicted that Sociedad would try to shock the team with a high defensive line and intense pressing. And the first minutes of the match indeed played out that way. The plan was to catch the guests off guard and open up the game. That's why Flick fielded Lewandowski paired with Olmo. Effectively, Dani played as a second striker, and the Pole was supposed to act as a decoy. In the third minute of the match, the team conceded, but the offside trap worked. Here we need to appreciate the actions of Ronald Araujo, who had been criticized for his slow adaptation to Hansi Flick's playing system. The Uruguayan made a brilliant forward move and overall played his best match of the season. If Araujo also masters the offside trap perfectly, it will be incredibly hard for any team to score against this squad. In the 8th minute, Barcelona first broke out on a counter-attack. Olmo to Lamine, Lamine to Olmo, but it lacked precision and speed. In the 14th minute, high pressing almost led to a goal by Pedri. What an impressive team effort in winning the ball back. The key episode of the opening phase of the match happened in the 17th minute. Look at the positioning of the opponent's defensive line and now assess Lewandowski and Olmo's positioning. It was executed perfectly. Robert received the ball, quickly assessed the situation and technically passed it into the free zone for Dani. And from there it was the last man foul by Elustondo. The match was decided. Hansi Flick's plan worked. Barcelona caught Sociedad on their bravery and punished them harshly. Let's take a closer look at this attack. Cubarsí unhesitatingly passed to Rafinha, who had already seen the situation several steps ahead, so he quickly redirected the ball to Robert. As soon as Lewandowski received the ball, Olmo was already running into the space behind the defenders. Dani Olmo in top physical form is an incredibly powerful weapon. Moving on. In the 22nd minute of the match, Barcelona trapped Sociedad in their own penalty area for the first time. Here Lewandowski took too long to make a decision and struggled with his technique. We want to point out how exactly Barcelona pinned La Real. 5 players in the penalty area, 3 players on the edge of the box. The team covered all possible zones for the opponent's counter-attack. In the 25th minute, more magic from Lamine. Our star boy draws in Gomez and Lopez, ignores Koundé's run, and decides the episode on his own, destroying Xavi Lopez by his solo run. Then passes to Olmo, who elegantly finds Gerard Martin. 1-0. Our 23-year-old beast scores his debut goal for the first team. Congratulations! And friends, give a like if you're happy for Martin. This guy had a tough time with constant hate towards him. Well done, Gerard. Keep it up. In this goal-scoring episode, credit must go to Lewandowski and Rafinha's movements, which blocked the defenders and allowed Martin to have some free space. The second goal came 4 minutes later. Rafinha delivered a cross into the box, Ramiro saved it, but Olmo was first to the ball, shot, Casado deflected it with his body, 2-0, and Mark also scores his debut goal for the first team. Give a like to our Kimmich. A minute later, Lamine threw Lewandowski through, but the pass to Rafinha was blocked. At that moment, it was already clear that Sociedad had been destroyed. In the 39th minute, more magic from Lamine. He and Koundé tore apart the left-back zone of Sociedad, and in the end Yamal delivered a pass for Pedri's goal, but Gonzalez's shot was saved by Ramiro. That was the end of the first half. A comfortable lead with full dominance, 75% versus 25% possession, 13-0 for shots. Highlights of the second half begin with a free kick by Rafinha. It's time for the Brazilian to score from a set piece this season. In the 55th minute, an unusual decision from Pedri, an incredibly powerful shot, which was stopped only by the crossbar. This could have been one of the best goals of the season. And a minute later, our third goal happened. Rafinha's cross from the corner, Lewandowski won the battle and shot, Ramiro saved, but Araujo was first to the rebound. 3-0. This is Ronald's first goal in La Liga this season. We want more. 3 minutes later, the final score was set. Barcelona squeezed Sociedad so much that Eric and Araujo were almost in the final third of the field. The central defender's pass resulted in a shot from Ronald, which Lewandowski redirected into the net. 4-0. 21st goal in La Liga and 34th goal of the season for the Pole. This is his best season in terms of goal tally at Barcelona. And that's at 36 years old. Robert is an absolute phenomenon. Sometimes it feels like we really underestimate him. And thanks to Flick for restoring the best version of Lewandowski. By the time of the 4th goal, Flick had already brought on Eric, Frenkie and Ferran, giving Cubarsí, Pedri and Rafinha a rest. In the 71st minute, Fermin replaced Dani Olmo, and in the 76th minute, Fort replaced Araujo. The German coach gave the leaders some rest ahead of the first Champions League round of 16 match against Benfica, which will take place this Wednesday. In this match, Barcelona could have scored at least twice more. First, Frenkie skillfully set up Olmo for a shot, and then Lamine gave Lewandowski a luxurious chance to score a brace. The overall stats of the match are shocking. 77% versus 23% possession, 33-0 for shots, 67-1 for touches in the opponent's penalty area. Elostondo's red card played a decisive role. But who provoked him? It was a masterful plan by Hansi Flick, executed by the team, with Dani Olmo as the best player of the match. The 26-year-old Spaniard's ability to operate both in open spaces and tight areas makes him absolutely irreplaceable in Barcelona's new system. He can change the game at any moment. He's the joker in Flick's deck. It's crucial that Olmo plays the rest of the season and that there are no issues with his registration. There is no other profile like his in the team and no other exciting versatile option. Dani Olmo is the key to the treble. Barcelona has already scored 124 goals in 40 matches this season. This is an absolute record for La Liga teams since the 1959-60 season. That's an average of 3 goals per match. Truly impressive. It was a difficult match. They played great football, but we had a lot of chances and took our chances. This is the style we want to play. We aim to attack. All the players have a hunger for goals. That's good. Today we were well positioned and passed the ball to the last line often. This is what we've been aiming for. Now it is important to think only about the next match. We are happy with the 3 points today, but there is still a long way to go in La Liga, the Spanish Cup and the Champions League, said Hansi Flick after the match. This hunger for goals and victories is what makes this team unstoppable. Now the only thing left is to adjust the tactical model for each opponent in the final phase of the season. Sometimes Hansi Flick's team needs to be more pragmatic, and that will be the next step in the evolution of this brilliant new Barcelona, which truly contends for the treble. CULES, give a like if you're amazed by the team's performance. Write your ratings for the game in the comments and subscribe to our channel. Check out the video about the possible comebacks of Messi and Neymar to Barcelona, and the next stop, the match against Benfica. Love Barcelona and Visca el Barça. Bye.